Okay, now that my design is laid out and my areas are blocked for color blocking, now it's time that I can start adding my colors. So you're going to make a new layer. You are going to select a color. So you're going to go to the foreground color picker by clicking on that first box. And let's say that I want to go with a nice yellowish, orangish color, kind of representing maybe like egg yolks or the sunshine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start selecting some areas. So I'm going to use the magic wand tool. I'm also going to set it up so I am on add to selection, the second square here. What that's going to allow me to do is select more than one area at one time. So as I do this, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that contiguous is checked, and I'm going to start selecting some areas. Oh, before I do, sorry about that. Make sure you're on layer 0 because that's going to show you areas of the white. If I still go to layer 1 and I go to the magic wand tool, it's going to select everything because there's nothing blocked off. So what this is going to do is it's going to select specific areas inside layer 0. So always be on layer 0 and you're just going to select the white areas. Now I'm going with quite a bit because I don't think I want to have that many colors. So it's okay to have a lot of spaces. So, and I'm jumping around and you can see that certain areas are blocked off. I'll go inside certain letters. And if you do mess up, if you hit Command Z, and it'll undo your last selection, and then you can continue onward. Now, if you start to see how you're doing and you can make layer 0 invisible, this will show you those areas. So you can see, oh, I want to get something over here. So maybe inside the P. Now, if you made a selection and you don't want to keep it, let's say I don't want to keep this selection. I selected it, but now I want to deselect it. You can go and you can click on subtract from selection, but a fast way to do this, if you notice your magic wand tool has a little plus. If you hold down the Alt Option button, it'll change to minus. So what it'll do is it'll remove anything that you selected. So this, if you hit plus, it'll add it, subtract will minus it. So that gives you a little bit of flexibility and it will help you work a little faster. So I think I have enough spaces selected. Feel pretty good about this. One more letter here. So now what you're going to do is go to layer 1 and go with the paint bucket tool. Make sure you're using the proper paint bucket tool and go inside one of the areas and everything will be selected. So if I wanted to add some more yellow, I can certainly do that. I'm going to hit Command D. I'm going to go back to layer 0. Let's say I want to get some of these strips. And I'm going to go to the magic wand tool and jump around to different strips here. Go to the yellow layer and use the paint bucket tool. Keep going to that one by accident. And dump the color in. Okay. So then you're going to jump into a different color. Add a new color or add a new layer. Pick a new color. Maybe this one I'll do like a nice sunshiny kind of blue. And I'm going to go back to layer 0 and keep on selecting. Until I have a good amount. And once again, if you want to see how you're doing, you want to see how the spaces look, you could make that invisible so you can see the areas that you've been selecting. So you keep going until you've selected everything that you want. And again, you can go back to adding more if you need to. And then go to layer 2, go to the paint bucket tool, and dump the color in. Okay, so you keep doing this process. And the reason why we have separate layers is, let's say that I wanted this blue to be a different color. What I can do is I can just go to Command U and I can slide the hue around, and you can see that the one color is changing while the other one's not changing. That's why we have them as separate layers. So good luck with this part. I'll see you soon.